Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Bit Heroes. Alright, it's Tuesday, item find, and we're just going to do a normal consumable day today. So we just do our 25%, and nothing too crazy. And hopefully we can get some gear. We did get a legendary, the first legendary for like 8 days on last stream. On Sunday, which we didn't see drop. Well, I didn't notice dropping, but apparently at the end of this stream we had a legendary. So we've got one legendary in the past 11 days or something, which is not good. That's a really bad return. One drop in 11 days. So hopefully we can get some more today. That would be good. Because, you know, playing a game without getting any drops is kind of lame. We don't need that many more legendaries as far as to get the William. Good morning. I've already forgotten what the name of the shit is in this tier. The fire blossoms of this tier. Whatever I can't do that right now. We don't need that many more. I think we need maybe 2 or 3 legendaries left to upgrade the current helmet we've got to full, and then however many it needs to upgrade a neck to full. But we're trying to get those mythics. But, you know, worst case scenario, it's just legendaries and not the mythics. So we need, what is this? Oh, here we go. I got one last night, apparently. I also didn't notice. Okay, so we've got 2 in 11 days. That makes it slightly better. What was I saying? We need to do... We have 229 power stones. That's what they're called. 229 power stones. So to upgrade our helmet, the last upgrade is 200. So we could do this right now, but I'm not going to because I could upgrade my... Well, let's just do it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's exchange everything. How are you, Will? Alright, so now we're... Boutneck? You're not a follower already? What's going on? How are you? All we need now is to replace this. And we're full TS, but we do want to get a the mythic here and the mythic here from the 2 world bosses. So we're almost full TS. What TS are we right now? We are at 8868. So we should get to 9k, which is cool. Which is pretty good. Let's get GVG and Trials / Gauntlet out of the way. And GVG sucks, so let's try and smash it out as quickly as we can. Let's change song as well, because I don't know what the hell that's going on. So I got a story to tell because of GVG sucks. Tell me. Tell me the story. GVG does suck. It's just time consuming. You found any mud yet? The material for Mythic Enchants? No. I couldn't care less about Mythic Enchants. It's free to play. It's whatever. Yeah, so no. So I had a Bit Heroes GVG fucking sucks on my Discord status for the past couple of days. Right. Okay, that's that done. I've been failing Gauntlet a lot recently. I think I've just been getting tough bosses. So yeah, even one piece of gear off max TS with a full set and 2 glass dosses with 50% plus damage reduction, and I still can't beat the very first level of the set mythic tier of tier 12 gauntlet trials. So it's pretty rough. Like 50% DR on 2 glass dosses, which is, you know, stupidly good familiars. A full set, a DPS set, and just one piece of gear off max TS, and I still can't do it reliably. It's pretty rough. It all depends on the boss. All this stuff is easy. I did also have 3,000 gems, and that the offensive boxes were on sale again. I bought 3, didn't get anything. So, you know, we'll just try to keep doing that when they come on sale, I guess, and try and get that Edwin's thing. Okay, we should be able to beat this guy, hopefully. This morning I get a DM from the person who runs a pogo.com fan site called Badge Hungry. I used to visit them a lot when I played on that site, and I forgot I was still on the server. A couple of people over there noticed my status and thought I was talking about Dan. That's funny. Someone over there to set the record straight. Moral story is a brief. Yes. That's funny. I've never heard of Badge Hungry before. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, nothing. Nathan, welcome. What's going on? How are you? What about you, Batneck? Have you're pay to win, right? You've got any mythic stuff going on yet with enchants or runes or anything like that? Spook, welcome. GVG Stinky. It's just a giant waste of time. I can't really see how a way they could spice it up either, unless they did like, oh, you're free to play as well. Oh shit. The only way they could change it is if they did like a Trials Gauntlet style thing, and it just pulled all together everyone's like XP from it, like contribution. So like, you know, like Expedition, for instance, you know, you go in and you do Expedition on a certain level and you earn X amount of points towards the guild's score for that expeditions. They could do that in GVG. So like whichever, you know, compare the guilds on their final points tally. But just doing a PvP roster thing, 3 versus 3, 5 versus 5, whatever, with, you know, 2 or 3 reses, well, not reses, 2 or 3 levels of each type thing. It's just, yeah, it's just a bit lame. I think anything PvP related in this game is kind of shitty, right? I don't know. I think duels, GVG, PvP, like, you know, I don't know. It seems weak to me. Because there's not really any skill based to it, really. I mean, if you manual it and you know, choose your specific spells or abilities to take out certain members of the enemy and whatnot. But in the end, it's still kind of just like a... Oh, wow. What the hell? Like, PvP in real-time games is completely different because you're moving your character around. You've got to dodge things. You've got to attack when you've got to attack. And, you know, a blend between offense and defense. With this, even like auto, for instance, it's just whoever has the better familiars. There's no like skill involved. It's just like who's got the better shit. So like in like a real time game, if you're less geared than someone else, you can still beat them if you play better. But in this, it's just a numbers game. PvP is alright, except for when I run into that guy using all mailbox. Well, that's exactly what I mean. Like, if whoever has the better shit wins. There's no like skill to it. It's just whoever's pumped up more. So you know, I'm trying to think of an example. Like if you get invaded in Dark Souls or something, right? And you're a lower level and they're a higher level, you can still win by playing smart or using terrain to your advantage. Or we're not going to do this because Astaroth kills me every single time. I don't know why I even rezzed. Or you can just be like a more skilled player. Like you can bait out attacks and then punish and this, that, the other. This is just like, you know, it's kind of just taking in turns to get destroyed. It's like a Final Fantasy turn-based thing, but just bare bones. And it just seems, I don't know. I think PvP in this game is kind of lame. And I don't really enjoy it at all. I mean, in a way, you could say that similar to what PvE is as well, because technically we're just doing the same thing against bosses and stuff. But the bosses in that are always kind of the same. It's just you up the difficulty, so you know what to expect, and you can kind of build around it, I guess. Whereas PvP, it's literally just who has paid more money, who has more of a boosted team. But I don't know, I think it's kind of but that's just me. I generally don't like PvP in any games. Competitiveness online competitive gaming has crushed me in the last couple of years. I just, it's so toxic. People get so freaking, I don't know. People like to show off and talk big game and, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think PvP in general is a toxic thing in most games. Anyway, I really need to improve. Why is that? Welcome, by the way. How you doing? I didn't even know you played, Asa. Or maybe I did. I don't know. Do you need friend slots and stuff? Yeah, I said it on Discord and posted my account, but yeah, not too good. Okay, what's your in-game name? Is it the same? Asa7871? Am I full tier 12? No. I've got the full fire set, and then I've got my helmet. We just maxed out the helmet, and I am... So, full fire set, and then I just maxed out this helmet. All we need now is the neck. So, the plan is to get the mythic head here from Brimstone World Boss. No, sorry. The neck here from Brimstone World Boss, and the head here from Titan's World Boss. Mythics. So those World Bosses on Heroic. But I'm not always going to be able to get a Heroic team together. So for now, it's just putting them Legendaries in there. And then if I get the Mythics, I'll just replace them. So yeah, I'll start working on that neck. To replace it with Legendary, and then if we get the Mythics, we'll swap. So I'm almost just one piece. Watching on phone right now as I'm not on my PC yet. Okay, no worries. Pardon me. Yeah, so I need to make sure that if I find a Legendary neck, I need to keep it and not exchange it, because they're hard to come by. Apparently. There is no Legendary neck in World Bosses. So you can only get it from Trials Gauntlet, Raid, and then if there's Expeditions, Invasions, all of that, I guess. But yeah, only 2 out of the 3 loot-driven places have a necklace. And ring, I guess. That's on normal. If you do normal and hard, if you do heroic, then you know there's set and mythic drops and all the rest of it. But it's just as far as legendaries. Moon dash light. Okay. Well, you need to be in a guild to start with. Hang on, I think we just completed. No, we didn't. I think we will after this. You can have me as a friend. That might help. If anyone else here has a friend slot that they're happy to give to help Acer out. Okay, let's go into the next. This is bout neck here, so you got a tank if you want it. Pretty much stuck at this one stage. So I thought you were pay to win because you got like the legendary accessories and pets and stuff. So you just got mad lucky, I guess. That's awesome. William has a slot. Boutneck has a slot. I have a slot. So there you go. You need one more, and you've got a full you got a full raid team. Let me check your thing again. Use 30k gems to get both legendary. Oh wow, lucky boy. I think I'm probably close to 100k just on accessories and still nothing. You want a defensive pet, Acer, and Spook. Oh, okay. Now you got your team's OP. Got all the people. You need a defensive pet. This is rubbish. This is eh. And then damage and rage is eh. But probably wouldn't want to reroll, just say for a legendary. That's fine. You want damage, dual strike, or empower. So damage reduction's no good, speed's no good, deflect's no good. But you'll be upgrade. These are all commons, so don't worry about re-rolling or trying to get new commons. Just buy rares or epics or something. But you want damage. Ultimately, you want dual strike or empower, but damage is okay as well until you get to like end game and when these are all done, and then you can start replacing them. And the same thing for enchants. You want empower, and you want dual strike, and damage. But the thing is, right, don't get too disheartened because you're still like low level. You're not even level 100 yet, and you're still leveling up and doing all this stuff. So it's not like it's pretty hard at the start, and you're not going to have everything all at once. But maybe I don't know, maybe write it down or something. The 3 stats you want is DPS. Well, the 2 stats you want is DPS above all else is dual strike and empower. And if you can't get them, then damage. So keep that in mind, and then every single time you get an enchant or a rune, or if you're re-rolling your pet or anything like that, dual strike and empower. That's what you want. If it doesn't have dual strike, empower, or damage on it, then try and get something else that has one of those things on it. I need you to give my cosmetics a grade when you get a chance. Okay. Am I still on your list? Still on my list? One of those two? I don't think we are anymore, right? I think you didn't need me anymore or something. I don't remember seeing you in there for a while. No. Never had me? Oh, really? Seriously? I thought it was like, I thought you were one of the people that had me and is like, I don't need you anymore. You can free up a slot. Apologies. Could have had you a long time ago. I'm trying to remember all of that. Thank you for the yeah. If you ever need any advice, you can just message me. I'll tell you. This looks hilarious. What's these shiny little flying things? That's not part of that chest, is it? I don't remember that. It must be. It's part of the body. I never realized that was part of the body. I thought it was just that fat cloud looking thing. There you go. The more you know. I like it. It's a hot mess, but it's a hot mess in a good way. But yeah, the main thing is to get an offensive accessory and a defensive pet. So try and next time the defensive pet eggs are on sale. Are they on sale right now? They are not. Next time the defensive pet eggs go on sale, buy one of them and get a defensive pet. And that'll help better than an offensive pet, because the more you, when you attack and all that sort of stuff, you'll get healed instead of doing more damage, and it'll keep you alive, because you can't kill shit if you're dead. Intimidation factor, yeah, that's right. Trying to look as dumb as possible. Okay, let's change the song. Who's online? Oh. Wondering if we can do heroic world boss. I don't think we can. Let's see. Unless we just try and find a pug group. Nah. Oh well. These things happen. I would say yes, but mats are hard to come by. Sorry, mats are hard to come by for what? I forgot what I said already. Oh, it would help in world boss, right? Yeah, no, because I need the as I was saying before, I need the helmet, mythic helmet from Titans world boss, and I need the mythic neck from Brimstone world boss. They're the two things I'm going for. So I may never get them, like until the end of tier. I may just never get it, because doing heroic world boss is kind of hard. Usually when you go in pub groups, they just kick you immediately. So I'm sure most people have had happen to them before. So if I can get a group together, then great, for natural regen. But generally that's kind of hard to do. But that one day when I save up all of my energies and stuff, and then like book somebody, 2 people in, whoever it be, and then smash it out and do, you know, like 6,000 plus energy or something on world boss on heroic, and try and get it then. If I don't get it, either of them by then it's probably not going to happen. Otherwise, you know, just stay 2 legendaries. It's not too bad. The set's the main thing, and I've got the set there. The rest is, you know, bonus TS. The neck is really good. It's like 1.25% or something in power per enemy that's alive or something like that. I can't exactly remember. Hang on, I'll just quickly look it up. But it's pretty good. The helmet is like 5% speed or something, which is not as good, I feel. Okay, so the helmet is 4% fire resist, 4% water damage. While above 40% health, speed is increased by 5%. I'm doing fire damage, so water damage doesn't really help me much. And the neck is 4% fire resist, 4% water damage, so whatever. But in power plus 1.25 per teammate alive. So if everyone's alive, that's what, 2.5, that's 5% in power. If everyone's alive, 1.25%. So an extra 5% in power. It's pretty good. And then if I get that Edwin's thing, then my power and dual strike is going to be roughly even. Which would be good as well. And then I can swap between dual strike and power as I want. And then this set has in power per enemy, 2% in power per enemy alive. So at the start of fights, I'll have 5% extra in power from teammates being alive, and then up to 8% in power, or in PvP even 10% depending on how many enemies are alive, and just like get a bunch of free in power, which would be nice. per teammate alive. Yeah, it's really good. That's like really fucking good. The 5% speed is like, It's probably better than I think it is, but it just, I don't know. You hit 5% speed and it's just like, If you had a high speed stat, it'd probably be better, but I don't have a really high speed stat. I have like 800 or something. That doesn't sound right. I'll have to check that. I would help with World Boss, but I'm the one who needs to be helped. Yeah. Like, what's my speed stat? Oh, shit, yeah, it is. Oh my god, I'm stacked. I should probably average that out, actually, thinking about it. So if this was 6,000, 5% of that would be, you know, decent. But 5% of 800 is like, fuck all. Swap to a speed build. I'm not sure the utility of speed builds. Maybe with the healing set, just more micro heals than just like a few bigger heals. I don't know. It kind of averages out, because if like me, I've got all the power and no speed, I'm going to not attack very often, we're going to hit really hard. Or if you go the other way, you're going to hit a lot, but not for very hard. So the numbers probably average out ish. So say if you have the build that I have, like a shitload of power and no speed, and you attack once every, let's just do a hypothetical, once every 10 turns for 1,000 damage, and you have the other way around, you might hit 10 times, but for 100 damage. So basically the same thing. I don't know. But I think with a healing build, maybe like a lot of micro heals might be better than just one big heals, just to keep people topped up. Heals are overhealing. Yeah, unless the set has like overhealing turns into shields and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of where speed would be, like a high speed would be super useful. So instead of like, you know, waiting, okay, massive heal on this guy, it could just like be topping him up for a couple of hundred every like couple of hits. I don't know. And with the set, the more I heal you, the more shield I'll get. There you go. So I haven't really looked too much into the healing set, but yeah, the healing is the only thing I can see, like at least thinking about it for the last 30 seconds or minute or whatever it is, that I can think of that makes high speed makes sense. Because usually you just want as much power as you can with a decent amount of speed, so you can hit harder and your pets heal / attack for more, because your pets numbers are based off your power. So I don't think. Okay, that was pretty close to dying actually. So if we take a look here, because I'm going to respec now anyway. 63% chance to heal and shield team for 577 to 705. So 577 to 705. If we reforge anything, doesn't really matter, into some speed. Now I'm a bit... I don't know. It's now 471 out to 575. So the heal has gone down quite a bit because I've lost a lot of power. But I am attacking now twice as fast as I used to, or double the amount I used to. Like, you know what I mean? So the heal is weaker, but it's proccing twice, effectively. So, yeah. I don't know the maths on it, which one's better, all that sort of stuff. I generally just go a decent amount of speed and then try and put as much into power as I can. So we see here that Rev Me Up has got kind of averaged. I'm still one way or the other. So if I put another 1,000 there, then I'd be down to 4k and that'd be 3k. So similar, but he's obviously 1,000 TS more than I am, type thing. So I don't know. We'll go with this for the moment anyway. I think people might have offensive pets on. Yeah, offensive pet there. Offensive pet there. Offensive pet there. Okay. Yeah, so that's why we're having trouble with some healing there, because everyone's got offensive pets. Which is probably for GVG, right? Dad joke of the day. With more speed, the more chances to empower dual strike. That's true. But again, that's the same sort of thing. Like if you proc dual strike on a 1000 hit, you get 2000 hit type thing. Whereas if you proc dual strike on a 100 hit, you're gonna get 200 hit. So it's the same. Yeah, I don't know. But I agree with you that the speed is probably going to be decent for a healing build. 5% speed doesn't sound great because speed isn't something you really see. With bonuses like damage, you can see where, yeah, that's true. You get more of a feedback and an oomph out of it, I guess. It makes you feel like it's doing something. Okay, dad joke of the day. Here we go. No, that's bad. I used to work in a shoe recycling shop. It was soul destroying. It's no good. Yeah, that joke of the day, yeah. Yep. It's the best time of day. That 30 seconds. That 30 seconds of anticipation of waiting for the shittest joke of all time. Elias, welcome. That's a knee slapper. Hot damn. Knee slapper. How's things, Elliot? How you doing? So even with, okay, well, we just got a health run we didn't need, but even with 3 offensive pets, I think it was only me and I don't know who else it was actually that had the other defensive pet. Still pretty much full health at all times. But last raid, we almost died. Someone almost died. Things are being things, I guess. Yeah, they do that. You don't know. Yeah, you're definitely in a rut, man. It's not good. And for what you were saying, there doesn't seem to be a reason. It's just one of those times, which I fully understand because I get like that as well. So what's at the shop at the moment? I wish these would fuck off. Creative opulence, and then just stuff. What's the cosmetic? Yeah. Oh yeah. No, at least you're home now, right? Solo home. Is it better to be solo home or is it better to be home? I guess it's a trade-off. Like when you're solo home, you don't have to answer to anyone, but when you're home, at least you've got like support and stuff. Okay, let's see if there's any heroic bosses going. There's not at all. Too much of either is bad. Yeah, that is true. That's true. Yeah, it gets a bit overwhelming when there's too much family time. My family's very close, and so we're always, and then the family business and everything, it's just always so much fucking family, and it's good that, like, I don't live at home anymore and haven't for 15 years, around there, 14, 15 years. But always in contact with all the family and stuff, and at the moment constantly taking dad around all these appointments and stuff. And sometimes it's just like, oh, I need a break. I need a break from family, but at the same time, you know, it's I'm lucky because a lot of people don't have that. So yeah. It becomes, yeah, it just, I don't know. I think working with family is hard because we're close, as I said, like the family is very close. And then working on top and seeing each other every day as well. I mean, I'm not working every day at the moment, but you know, there's no separation. Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. But it was worse when I lived at home, like when I was younger. I moved out when I was 21, around there. And when I was working full time and I was living at home, at my mum's place, I would, wake up and mum would be there. And then I'd go to work. And then, an hour or two later, she'd come to work. And then she'd be there all day. And then I'd leave. And then a few hours later, she'd come home. And then you do dinner and everything. And the next day, you do all over again. It's just like, there's no like, oh, you go to work for the day and your parents go to work for the day somewhere else. And at the end, you come home and, you have dinner together and it's fine. Just literally like, 16 hours of the day or something, you're together. And it's just like, fuck. So I'm stuck at, that was all my life. Yeah, it's a bit much, isn't it? So I'm stuck at Aramore, 3rd mission. Anything I can do to continue except getting a defensive pet, offensive accessory. Well, you have an offensive accessory, so defensive pet is definitely priority. What familiars are you using? Because it's the 3 things that it really comes down to is your TS, which is your total score, aka how many attribute points you have. What accessory and pet you're using, aka offensive accessory, defensive pet, and then the 3rd is your familiars. They're the main 3, and then on top of that, then there's like runes, enchants, all that sort of stuff. But they're the 3 like main ones that if there's problems, they're the first ones you look at. Your familiars probably suck. Well, that's probably what it is. So what you should be using is Shramps and Ballland. If you don't have Shramps and Ballland, then that's your problem. Both my parents worked when I was in school, so the only alone time was when I was going/returning from classes. Wait, let's say they worked while you were in school? Like at school hours, you mean? Right, so they were home, and then you go to school, and then they work, and you'd come home and they'd be there. Oh, I guess that was... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anyway, family's good, but too much family can be bad. But I've never lived alone. Well, for longer than, a few months type thing. I've never like lived alone. I'm not sure how I would go with that. I'd be alright, but there would be things that just wouldn't get done. Because I struggle with like the depression, anxiety stuff to motivate myself to do things. And I need like to be pushed a bit to do stuff. So there would be things that would just like get left, and then it would just be overwhelming to get it done because I've left it for so long. So yeah. As a tank, I'm using Bubbo, which is kind of like Shramps. What was the other one? So Shramps and Ballland. You need those 2. Once you get those 2, you'll have a lot better over time. And then if you can, stable them to +5. So I've got guides and stuff, Asa, if you want to watch them, or because they're in stream right now, I can just give you tips in real time and stuff. Depends. Taking care of personal/home stuff is hard as fuck, but you have a social life, it's not that bad. My social life is hectic. There's always something going on. Every second day, second night, something, we're seeing someone or doing something. So it's pretty full on. But then there's certain house stuff that I think everyone's different, right? But there's certain house stuff that people just they've got something wired in their brain that they're just like, there's a mental barrier to doing that specific activity. So like I fucking suck at doing the laundry. Like I just suck at laundry. It's just not my thing. Like I just there's some roadblock there where I'm just like, fuck. Washing clothes and hanging them out and stuff. Whereas like I'll clean the bathrooms and toilets and stuff. It's fine. So I don't know. It's weird. How do you suck at laundry? I don't like. I can do it. I just don't. There's something that makes me really not want to do laundry. Like it's the one part of housework that I just really don't like doing. Your social life's non-existent. That, well, non-existent's not good, but I would definitely. I'd prefer it if mine wasn't as hectic, just because it's exhausting. Laundry's the worst. Anything else in the house is fine. Yeah. See? That's the thing. The floor and dishes. I never used Shrimp for some reason, but I just used Bobo until I got Yobo. Oh, yeah, but this is like ages ago, Spook. I think... No, I definitely use Shrimps. And Ballan, yeah. Cold Cookie. Anyone who needs a DPS, add me Cold Cookie. I got some spare spots. There you go. It's awfully nice of you, Cold Cookie. There we go. Washing the dishes is the devil. Putting them away is fine though. As in like hand washing or dishwashing. I'm fine with dishes. Apart from if they're hand washing. Yeah, hand washing kind of sucks. Unless they've like got cheese in it, and then it gets annoying. Because the cheese just gets stuck to the plates or bowls or whatever it is, and then if you try and hand wash it, it gets stuck to the brush or something, and it goes all like the cheese just sticks to everything, and it's hard to wash. I don't know. Cheese, fat, or burnt stuff. We generally like eat, and then as soon as we've finished eating, go into the kitchen and like give it a rinse, like a soapy rinse, and put it straight into the dishwasher. So, it's not too bad. And I cook, and Camille cleans. So like I'll cook dinner and like chop up the meat and veggies and whatever we're doing and all that sort of stuff, and pasta and all that crap. And then as I'm finished with each thing, Camille will just like wash it. So it's it's decent, but on your own it would be different, right? Because you'd have to do everything. Shrimps can be found. You need a shrimp, which is the mushroom thing from Zone 1 Dungeon 2. And then you need Gramps, which is like the like green goo looking grandpa looking thing with the walking stick from Zone 2 Dungeon 2. So Zone 1 Dungeon 2, Zone 2 Dungeon 2. Get the mushroom and the old man goo man. So just Zone 1 Dungeon 2. Get the mushroom. This thing. Where is it easier? This thing. Get this bad boy. And then you need the schematic as well. And then if you need Ballan, it's Bob, which is from Zone 1 Dungeon 2 as well. And then Merlan, which is Zone 1 Dungeon 3. So get these two and fuse them into Ballan. Get him and fuse them into Shrimps. And then if you can, fuse them each 6 times. So you have because I don't know if you know how stabling works. Have you any idea what the hell stabling is? You can't remember it? Yeah, so basically you make a familiar, and then if you make another one of the exact same familiar, you can stable it, which effectively just makes it like a +1 of that familiar, and it just gets extra stats. And then you make another one, you can +2 it, another one +3, etc. And then you stick augments on it, and say you have an augment that has 1% block. If you've got a +1 stabled fam, it'll boost that block to like +2. It'll like 2% block. So effectively, you get strengths of ball and up to +5, and then you chuck augments on them, and those augments will be multiplied because you've stabled them so many times. And that's how you get stronger fams. And then once you get to zone 4, this is all future, obviously, but once you get to zone 4, you can replace Ballan with another healer. And then when you get to zone 7, you can place Stramps with another tank, and then that should get you to endgame. But yeah, if you make a lot of Stramps and Ballans and stable them and stuff, get a defensive pet, and you should be fine. And then just work on getting gear and upgrading your gear. Simples. I've been wondering for a while if the devs are going to bring out new mounts for mount guts, because since mounts came out, since mounts were announced, released, all that sort of stuff, it's only ever been the 3 mounts per tier. So 3 commons, 3 rares, 3 epics, 3 legendaries that you can fuse with mount guts. And since then they've brought out, like, you know, mounts in the shop, and the specific ones, you know, like I can't think of any of their names off the top of my head. I literally can't think of any of their names. But you know, the Red Dragon one and the now I'm blanking on what all of them are. Jesus, you know what I'm talking about. The mounts that you can buy with gems that have a set ability on there that you can't reroll. Those mounts. They keep bringing different ones of them out, but the ones that you can fuse with mount guts has just been the same from the start. So I'm wondering if they're going to bring out new ones. So like this guy, this dragon thing. It seems everyone has this dragon thing. Dino is one of the ones that you can fuse. Peach is one you can fuse, and everyone. Oh, and that robot looking reindeer looking thing. Whichever that one. This thing. That's one that you can buy. So yeah, I'm wondering if they're ever going to bring out more mounts that you can actually fuse with mount guts. Because oh shit, we're almost we've done all the raids. Because I have a stupid amount of mount guts. I don't know how many, but a lot. Have we gone past it? 12.8k. I got basically 13,000 mount guts. So I could make 13 like legendary mounts basically right now. So once you get like, say I fused this guy, Peach, and then I re-rolled him until I got 4% dual strike. You know, I could make a Dino and I could make the spider one. And roll them to get dual strike as well, and then change them out as I need it for each different thing. So if I want to heal, I can use Peach. If I want to damage thing, I can use Dino, etc. But for me, free to play, I don't really care. It's like, you know, I got the 4% dual strike and the stats from the mount, and then, you know, they've got a spread heal there if I want a manual. But it just seems odd that they keep bringing out all these other mounts, but the ones that you can actually make, they've just kept the same for forever. So Venice isn't too bad for me right now as a mount. Let me check again. If the current devs were to add new non-shop mounts, I'm sure they'll bring mythic mounts in that require super like 500,000 mount guts. Yeah, probably. But how will they make money from releasing more mounts for mount guts? That is true. Spooder, welcome. Who redeemed Ask Me Anything? Spooder did? Spooder redeemed Ask Me Anything with hi. Hi. I agree with hi. Yeah, damage and rage isn't good. That's more of a tank ability, and even then it's not great. But it's probably not worth re-rolling because you know, you're going to replace it with a legendary anyway, and it's not really that important early game. Like, if I wouldn't worry too much. What's the 50k point one? It is, you can choose your own meme / challenge run for Dark Souls 1, and I'll play it. So you can come up with whatever parameters you want. You can pick an already existing mod. So if you want me to do enemy randomizer, again, I can do it, or item randomizer, or anything like that, or combine a couple of them. There's other mods that other people have made that we haven't done yet. You can make your own where you want me to only use a specific weapon, or pretty much make whatever meme challenge run you want, and we'll do it, and I'll play it, and I'll try to beat the game with whatever it is. Can't guarantee I will, depending on how absurd it is, but I can try. Should you get self two of those if you want to DS1 runs? Sure. We'd have to space them out there. I put that there because people have so many points and nothing to spend it on. I might make that 100k. I don't know, because we don't want like people spamming that either. But all the people that are in chat a lot are going to have a shit ton of points with literally nothing to spend it on. So I had the Ask Me Anything, and I had glasses off for a minute on there just as like placeholders, but I turned them off. Apparently I did not turn Ask Me Anything off. I thought I had, but I hadn't. So I'm trying to think of like decent channel points, but in the end it doesn't really matter. Like they don't do anything. So 100k sounds better. Yeah, I agree. Thinking about it, because like you and Josh and Pip and, well, Acer will be up there soon, and all the William and stuff will have so many points. Let's see if I can do that quickly. There we go. Sorry, I just changed screen. So if anyone typed anything in the last 30 seconds, I didn't see it. But now that modifier thing, channel points thing, is now 100k. So if anyone asks me a question in the last minute, please repeat. We've also got to think about what game we want to do after Neo. So we just started Neo, so we'll be playing that for a while, because it's not a quick game. But we don't have anything teed up for after Neo. So we'll have to think of something. We could do one of those, you know, the channel point Dark Souls runs, if someone's picked one by then. Fortnite, not a chance. I think I saw in Discord, Spood, that you recently reinstalled that. Did you just stop playing for a while, or did I misread? You missed the first stream? It's on YouTube if you want, but we'll be going to it after this. So we're almost finished with World Boss as well, which means that we've used all of our regen. And as I've mentioned multiple times in the past few streams, we're not going to be using any consumables for the rest of the tier, because it's free to play. I want to save them, apart from a buck gore / bit gore for that one stream when we do have as much energy as we can save to use on that World Boss. Just started playing again after about a year. There you go. Do you still have the skills to pay the bills? Large defensive pet egg is what I should buy when it's on sale. Correct. Yeah, large defensive pet egg. And I hope you get something good. Are you doing a challenge run on Neo? No, I am not. I've played Neo once and beaten it and really enjoyed it years ago. Like, I think it came out 2017, I think. So it would have been Christmas 2017, around there, or January 2018. So about 2 years ago. I played it with a friend of mine who comes over on Wednesdays, and we just did it a couple of hours each Wednesday until we finished it, and really, really liked it, and haven't played it since. So, no, just a normal run, not a challenge run, because I'm not that familiar with it, and it's hard enough at the moment. I saw your message on Neo. Chook would stick around for a little while today, but have stuff to do for my mum, so can't stay the whole stream. I'll try to make it tomorrow. That's fine. I just thought I'd let you know, because the guy's name is William, and you can pick a spirit, like, animal thing that buffs your weapons and stuff. We picked a shark because it was the closest thing we could possibly pick to a dolphin. But you can replace them and get new ones and stuff, but at least at the start. But what's cool about Neo is it's all based, like, it's obviously heavily fictionalized, but it's all based on true events. I was never good at Fortnite. I used to buy a controller. I need to buy a controller because playing on mouse and keyboard puts you at a disadvantage. What do you mean you were never good at it? You were telling me you were getting like 30 kills per game and shit. And is that because of the auto-snapping, auto-aim thing? You would think pretty much any FPS ever, you're at an added advantage with mouse and keyboard. What weapons are you using right now? I am using a spear. We're going through the whole game with a spear and the I can never remember the name of it. The sickle with the whip on the end. I never remember the name. They're the two. So when I played the first time around, I went just sword, like katana and spear. And then I really like spears in general. If there's a game and it has a spear in it, I will play with the spear. So I was always going to choose one and let chat choose the other one. And I just love spears in general, like in life and in, like, you know, medieval times and fantasy games and all that. Anything, if there's a spear, I gravitate towards it. So I was always going to pick spear, and then chat was always going to pick the other weapon. Yeah, what a boring, unimaginative name that character has. Well, as I said, it's based on real life. So this Irish dude named William actually existed and did all the things we're doing in the game, just not against like demons and shit, and didn't have like a spirit shark. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Spear is great. Yeah, Spear is pretty good. Kusarigama, that's the one. Yes, we're trying to use that more because I've never used it before, and I'm trying to get used to it. So we're using that more than the spear, but the spear is very good. Yeah, aim assist is very good for Fortnite for some reason. They refuse to balance it. And I only have a few 30 kill games. They're very hard to get. Pretty much impossible this season. Yeah, but you've done it before, so that's crazy. I played Fortnite for like a few weeks and did, I don't know, maybe 30 games total, maybe. Just with friends dicking around. And I think the most kills I ever got was like 3. But it's not really my type of game, so. But I did win. I won a duo once. No. I got 5 kills in that when we won the duo. I remember that. Everything else, I sucked. I'd get maybe 1 or 2 potentially. But yeah, I'm not very good at Fortnite. 30 kills is crazy. What up, mate? Welcome, Josh. Son of a bitch. Oh shit! Look at this. Here he is. This is Josh. Yes. The infamous Josh. It has been a long time, you bitch. It's been a very long time. Alright, this is my last thing of energy. Apparently you're the guy Chook hates the most and a fun guy on top. Yeah. I don't know whether hate's the right word. Yeah, that's it. No gauntlet. No gvg. No pvg. I mean pvp. And we finished the raids. Yeah. That is all of Bit Heroes done for another week. Another Tuesday, I should say. We'll be back on Sunday for more. As always, unless something happens. I have to go somewhere or do something. But otherwise, we'll be back on Sunday. But right now, we're moving on to Neo. So if anyone wants to stick around for that, by all means, do so. I just need like 5 minutes to set up the PS4 and put the capture card on and change OBS and plug in my monitor and all that fucking rubbish because capture card recording is AIDS. So give me a few minutes and we'll be back for Neo. 1 or 2 kills is still pretty good. It was hard it was a hard game to get into before they added SBMM. I have no idea what SBMM is. Chook does hate me. Skill-based matchmaking. Right, yeah, we would just get crushed. Every game we'd get in would just get crushed. I came second a few times, but that was from like hiding in bushes and sniping people, which is not really the most fun, right? But I was okay with the mechanics of like shooting and stuff. Just the building stuff I was no good at, especially like, you know, when someone starts getting shot and they just build shit around them, and that would like really piss me off, because I'm just like, I know that's part of the game and like that's why it's there, to build stuff and fortify yourself and all the rest of it. But when you're shooting at someone and they just build on the go while they're moving, that annoyed me. Like if you can build a house and set up in there, that's fine. But just someone's getting shot, I'll just put walls behind me and a roof and now I'm safe type thing. Unless you've got like shit to break down the walls with. That kind of thing annoyed me. But in general, those type of battle royale games aren't really my thing. So I guess if you're playing PUBG and what's the other one? Apex Legends and stuff, there's no building in it. So yeah. The game is still like that. 99% of player base can build a 9-story house in 0.3 seconds, but can't aim at all. Yeah, see, I was the opposite. I mean, I couldn't aim very well either. FPSs aren't really my type of game. But the building side, I was so bad at. If I took my time and, you know, sat there when no one was attacking me, I could build stuff. But the whole, like, just... You see the pros and stuff. They just... You don't even see the build command. They do it so freaking quickly. Anyway, that's my experience with Fortnite and how bad I was. Anyway, all right, that's done. Let's move on to Neo. As I said, give me a few minutes. And if you're just here for Bit Heroes, then I will see you on Sunday. Okay, bye.